Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television GPTV. I'm Brett. In my hands is, I think it's Caravaggio. If I'm not pronouncing it, let me know. But I think Caravaggio, A Light Before the Darkness. A rather intriguing graphic novel. Um, it's this written story, screenplay, and graphic adaptation by Ken Mora. Pencils by Cyrus Mesarcia. Cover by Jamie Carrillo. And colors Lancelot, Catan, Bhakta, Ranjan, Behera. Chapter cover gallery is Cyrus Mesarcia. Additional flats, Richel, Tagyamon. Lettering and VFX, Ken Mora. I don't know the artist Caravaggio. Real person. Was big in the Baroque period, was kind of like the big Baroque person. I don't know the history. I know a lot of famous artists. I know names, generally know names. It's just like I'm not great with matching all that. If you threw up something and said, hey, is this a Michelangelo or, Raphael or whatever, like any of these famous, I could not really tell you the difference. I appreciate the art, all that. It's just not anything I really ever got into. But this is an interesting story. So Caravaggio was really popular. Was doing a lot of stuff for like the church in Italy at the time, and collectors, and picked up a technique from, I think it was the Renaissance period, that allowed him to do paintings like relatively quickly, and I won't say mass produce them, but kind of like fly through them is kind of the vibe I got. It's really interesting technique, really some interesting history. The thing is about Caravaggio is he was queer, and this is during this time when Inquisition was going on and all that, and didn't really like gay people a whole lot. So it's him being this real famous painter, at the same time kind of sort of hiding who he is personally, but not totally. Constantly like getting into fights. He was a really good swordsman. And it's interesting. Like, it's this interesting history that kind of makes me want to go and read up more about him. There's some stuff in the back that can get you through the basics, like, the history, the truth, all that stuff. But it makes me want to go learn a little bit more. The graphic novel itself, I think, is intriguing. I don't know the full history of the publishing, but it's clearly done in chapters, like issues. I think that's, to me, a little bit of a negative. Like, a chapter would end, and then there's, like, next issue type of thing. And it's just like, I would get rid of that, would have gotten rid of that for the collection and the trade. Which also makes it a little bit choppy at times as far as the storytelling. But it does, continue from one chapter to the next. The storytelling is intriguing as a whole. Like, it feels a little bit of, like, history, a little like Three Musketeers in some ways, with the swashbuckling and kind of the way the characters are and just dressed and all that. I got a Three Musketeers vibe off of it. A little, LGBT power to it as well. Little drama and just, all that brings. It's good. Like, it's an interesting mix of stories, of story and style and focus. But yeah, like, it's one where I don't know enough about him as a person to, like, really say tons about it. But, like, just on kind of the swashbuckling aspect of it, it's really enjoyable. Like, I like it for that aspect of it. The historical aspect is kind of over my head. I like that it touched upon what reality was like then. I'm assuming it's all, above board and right. The storytelling itself, like each individual chapter is good. I think the transition from one to the next is rough at times, but it's not bad. So overall, like, it's good as far as storytelling. The art is intriguing. It's not necessarily like an art style I totally like. I was drawn more towards this as far as the story and the historical aspect and all that. The art is one where, again, art is very subjective. Like, it's whatever you enjoy. There's a lot of stuff out there that I know a lot of people like that I just don't dig. It's generally good. Some of like the characters, I don't know. Like, I don't know if it's purposely done like that. Like, this dude looks a little rough and all that. Like, I don't know if that's just on purpose or not, or what the deal is. But I generally like it. Like, the thing that I like about the art is there's good action to it. I actually think that like the swashbuckling is really good. The kind of the subtlety of the romantic nature of it at times is good. Like this, like I want to go public, but I don't. Like you can tell that there's this like tense vibe about it. The art reproduction is actually pretty cool. So there's the emotions I think are solid. Like it plays off. It's interesting. And the other thing it reminds me of a bit is like a little Rosencrantz and Guildenstern is dead. Just kind of the back and forth of the characters. Just the body language, all that. It's good. Like if you really like art history, if you like swashbuckling and all that, like this is right up your alley. You'll dig it. For me, like swashbuckling it's not my genre that I really really like. There's some cool extras. There's a bit about like taking this from script to the page, which I really really like. And then since this was Kickstarter, there's of course a list of all the people who backed it as well. Overall, like, as I said, this is good. It's interesting. It's different. Swashbuckling is not necessarily the thing that I really am into as far as storytelling. You don't see that much in comics, so it stands out because of that. The mix of history, I think, is really interesting. So there's a lot of stuff to really like about this. It's just, some of the storytelling I think is a little bit rough. It's got a decent pace, but it can be a little plotting at times. I think the transition between the issues was a little rough at times, but like it's overall good. If one of those, if someone told me it was like, hey, this is their first graphic novel, I would sit there and be like, all right, they're gonna grow, and there's gonna be some really solid releases after this. Like this feels like a really solid first start, if that makes sense. But I, again, don't know the creators all that well, don't know the history. It's something I try to avoid and not really look into when doing reviews, because I want to review this. So yeah, you can go check it out. It's your shops should be able to get this. We got a link beneath our video. Put in your zip code. Tell the shops near you. No shop, no problem. We've got some links where you can purchase your own. There'll be affiliate links, so we do get a small percentage. By doing that, you help support our site. And speaking of support, we were provided a copy for free for review, so thanks for that. If you are into comics, check us out every day at graphicpolicy.com. And of course, we're on Facebook, TikTok, Mastodon, Threads, Blue Sky, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. Until next time, keep reading those comics, and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.